This is Spiritual Biz Chat with Kimberly Maska. Inspiration for spiritual entrepreneurs. Join our spiritual family at spiritualbizmagazine.com.
What do you think is the biggest obstacle holding spiritual entrepreneurs back from actually stepping out and creating this ripple effect? And truly, it is stepping out there. They're coming out with something that is unique, and it's something that I truly feel is needed right now. It's important. But why do you think it's such a slow process? What is the biggest obstacle?
Yeah, I mean, I see two, but you hit the nail on the head with the biggest one, and that's the fear. That's that stepping out, that being vulnerable, especially if you're an intuitive or you're a medium, and those are things that aren't really commonly accepted yet. I think they will be. I think part of this paradigm shift is that we're all going to be able to see each other's energy and know what we're feeling, and we're all really empaths, right? It's just what vibration are we on to be able to receive that information. So as people start to step out, it'll become more commonplace, but sometimes we're afraid. What are people going to think? What's so-and-so going to say? Am I going to lose friends because I'm stepping out as an intuitive or as a medium? I know mediums that have lost friends because of that. But then you have to ask yourself, like, how good of a friend was that to begin with? But it is scary. And I know when I stepped out with my gift, because I was, again, very corporate and what have you, but I also do have a deep spiritual side, and my mother was an amazing intuitive, and I've picked that up from her, and I see things, and I had never said that to anyone really out loud. Like, the family knew, because how do you not know? It was so obvious with how she and I could connect and know things in advance. But when I was working with spiritual entrepreneurs to begin with, I hadn't actually said anything about that. I was just this corporate person. And when I finally stepped out, it was really scary. And I wrote a blog post about it. And I had some interesting things happen in the house. I'd had a visitor will say that other people couldn't see. Things were moved. It was this whole experience. I kind of had to write about it. It was such a big thing. And people were like, I had no idea that you were also intuitive or could see people that had transitioned or in that experience. They just saw me as this corporate person. And I think I was hiding. I was hiding behind that, I know business, I know marketing, and I wasn't ready to step out. And when I did, the transformation in myself and my business was huge. And so I want others to see that as well and be like, when you finally step out, it's amazing what can happen. It's really incredible to see how people support you and come together. And that's really why I've created the magazine, is to create the community where we can all get the support and let that fear let the fear push you and let it push you to where you need to go versus holding you back. And so that fear thing, I think just it's a kicker for all of us. But I also have a second one that I see a lot, and I'm going to get a little on my soapbox, but this is such a big thing for me. But I think spiritual entrepreneurs are really afraid. I'm going to use the word afraid because I hear it a lot about taking in abundance for their gift. So it's about really making it a business and taking in the money, having that financial success. I see spiritual entrepreneurs struggle so much financially, and it kind of boggles my mind because here we are, we're in a tune, we're in alignment, we meditate, and yet this major thing that we need to survive and be able to help more people struggle with bringing that in. So I think that the idea of charging for your gifts is something that really holds people back. They feel like I shouldn't charge, or they're doing it for free and they get uncomfortable if they have to charge, but it's just energy. Money is just energy, and the universe wants everything to be in balance. So how do we keep that in balance? If you're going to give energy to your clients, you need to receive it back. And you might as well receive it back in the form of money, because that will allow you then to help more people. Like, how do you, you can't help when you're not taken care of. So you'll be able to take care of yourself and then turn that around and help more people. So it's not about creating money to buy things. That's not what we're talking about. But it's about creating that financial abundance to then turn around and help more people and change more lives. And so I see that as another huge factor that holds back spiritual entrepreneurs.
Wow. It's so true. And everything is spiritual. Everything, as we know, and not to get into quantum physics, but it's becoming common knowledge that everything that we experience on this material level has a vibrational reality at its core. Even money, it's an energy exchange. So it sounds like you are helping these spiritual entrepreneurs to really shift. It's almost a belief system, because money is not the problem. Perhaps the problem is our attitude about the problem, about money. So money isn't really the problem, and you know, these belief systems. And I find it interesting, and I don't want to get too much into this right now, but that money is exchanged all the time in all kinds of businesses, and it seems that if you're not truly helping anyone, it's okay to make money. But the moment you're actually helping someone, how dare you make money? Imagine if we reversed that, where money becomes abundant when you're actually providing a service, where you're helping someone. And if money was made during that, wouldn't that seem like a natural flow? It's just a thought, you know, and I think that goes in with what you're saying. So fantastic. It's a process, you know, it's a paradigm shift. So these things, it builds momentum, and I think that's what we're doing right now.
You've been listening to Spiritual Biz Chat with Kimberly Maska. Inspiration for spiritual entrepreneurs. Hear our latest interviews and join our spiritual family at spiritualbizmagazine.com.